Alright, what's up people? It's your boy Shilox and David, aka Investor Tijama, and today I want to talk about sports. And yes, this is about CAF. I would have just talked about only Nigeria, but I guess I'm going to talk about Nigeria issues some of the time, like what we're going through in the NFF and all of that, mistakes and things we need to do to correct these mistakes. And it takes us to realize these mistakes before we can actually correct this mistake. So yes, straight to the issue of the day. Don't touch, don't skip, just listen, because it's a very, very important issue that you need to know about Africa. Now, for those of us that live in Nigeria, more especially in political space and all of that, we believe that Nigeria is very corrupt and all of that and blah 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 blah. But of course, corruption is a thing of Africa, and it is in every sector. It is eating us in every sector. We influence it, a story for another day, but it is in every sector. It is in our home, it is in our religion, it is in our politics, it is in our security system, it is in our sports, and the lowest thing you can think of, it is there in the market, in everywhere. Fraud, corruption is the order of the day in Africa. Why can't we do one thing right for people to see and say, oh fine, Africa has done this, it is right. Now in the just concluded Afcon, Morocco hosted it, and they were programmed from the outcome of it. I watch all the matches. They are programmed. It is programming, to me, my own opinion, that they wanted Morocco to win. Even when Diaz won the best player of the tournament, I was not surprised, because at first round of the tournament, they were already singing his name, that he's the best player, he scored in all the matches, he's doing well, he's the first to score for Morocco in 5 games. Is he the first to score in Afcon like that? No, he's not the first to score, right? So, but then they want to project and make sure that this is it. Now, what makes Morocco special than other African nations that CAF was pushing for this? One, Morocco has actually fixed their sports sector, starting from their minimum level of building up footballers down to the senior level to Europe and also other part of the world. Now, their facilities are top-notch, which means the government has also spent so much to make sure that they build facilities that are good to host every level of competition, both female and male, and both local and international competitions. Now, if you ask me, aside South Africa, who has hosted the World Cup, the next country that I see that they are very, very likely to host the World Cup, if the World Cup is coming to Africa, is Morocco. Definitely, without stress, they are going to definitely host the World Cup. But then, what really happened in this Nations Cup? Let us look into it. Now, like I said, Morocco was programmed. Starting from their first matches, Morocco actually struggled in their first match, but they had a very, very good win, which take them to the next level, and they drew their second match, they won their final match, and they topped their group. They went to knockout stage. Now, during their knockout stage, in their match against was it Tanzania, right? That match, they struggled to win that match 1-0, and there were so many errors from the same referee that that officiated that match was the one that officiated the final. It was the one that officiated their first match as well, right? So there were so many loopholes in that match. I think Tanzania had a penalty, which to me, I think if it's to me, is a penalty. It's my opinion anyway, so you can argue it and say it is not, in your own opinion, just like the referee did not award it. But to me, it was a penalty, and that would have changed the complexity of the game if that penalty was awarded. But unfortunately, it wasn't awarded, and then they lost it like that. Then they moved to the next round where they play Cameroon. Man, that game, Cameroon was never satisfied, because there are so many things that they punished them for things that they were not supposed to be punished. Some decisions were due, right? The tournament as a whole, they programmed Morocco to be like the most disciplined team, and everything they do is right, even when they do the wrong things, right? I'm going to get to where I'll prove you, because the one that concerns me that I can remember vividly without checking Google or AI, I'll tell you those ones. I'll give you the statistics, right? So Cameroon felt robbed as well too in that match. They have penalty. I saw that of Mbumwe, which was so over and over and again, and more. You can argue it, and yes, to so many people they will tell you it's a penalty, and that can also change the complexity of the game, right? Moving forward, now we got to where they need to play Nigeria. Now Nigeria was the best scoring team in the tournament. At that point where they meet Morocco, they've already scored 14 goals in the tournament, right? And they had about 2 clean sheets in their last matches, which means they had a progressive play. They made mistakes where they were conceiving and they were able to reduce it, but they were scoring goals and the goals were keep coming. So they were, of course, a major threat to Morocco. And on papers, you just say they are the best to play final. So, but then there's something that happened in the game. People were already singing Nigeria is going to go to the final, Nigeria is going to deal with Morocco and all of that. But psychologically, that play also against Nigeria. You know, when you're yet a match to take you to the final, not even the match to tell you that you are going to be the best out of everyone in the tournament, and people are telling you are the best to win it, your favorite to win it and all of that, you have to be careful in such kind of thing, and that also play a role in that game. Now when Nigeria came in, they thought okay, they were going to have the space to play their game, but they also have a center referee that they had to deal with, and the center referee was, to me, if you ask me, he was completely poor in that officiating. How is he poor? First of all, go and check the statistics very well. Morocco had 19 fouls. Out of these 19 fouls, none of them were yellow card warded. Nigeria had about 23 fouls or thereabouts, either 23 or 27 fouls, and they ended up having about 4 yellow cards, right? Now, there were so many situations, even when they give was it Bassi? Yes, Bassi had a yellow card. Bassi was dragged on the floor and they gave him a yellow card. What for? Right? So, see, everything in that match was just wrong. And psychologically, it played in Nigeria. Nigerian team was not mentally strong to stand that. And because of the caution they had to play, they just had to absorb the pressure of the Moroccans coming to meet them. They take the ball, absorb the pressure, push it away, and all of that. They couldn't go out to create chances and all of that. So I wouldn't even say it's because the day was not there. Oh, no. The team was perfect to play Morocco at any time. And I'll tell you this for free. If you like, set up your money on it. I'll tell you this for free. If you like, set up your money on it. If Nigeria should play this particular Morocco team, this current Nigerian team play this particular Morocco team, if they have a 5 series of match, Nigeria is going to win 3. Morocco is going to win anyone. It should be either one, and they will draw one. I tell you that for free. Now, because the officiating was completely poor. And do you know what this will do to Morocco team? Going to the World Cup, Morocco is not the same team they were in the last World Cup. They were completely a team that people knew nothing about, and their hard work proved to them. Proved to the world that they are a team to talk about. And now you're going to World Cup, and all your matches you won, the success you'll be having, have been the referees, the center, the officiating has played a role to it. So how do you go forward and prove yourself that you can actually represent Africa and take Africa to the next level? Because the World Cup is not going to be the same thing. Now to the final, for me, I guess the whole story that happened was for the whole world to also come and look at what has happened. They look at the past record of where Morocco is coming from and what they have done and what they are doing in that match. Now, I don't know, CAF is definitely supposed to review a lot of things, not just the Senegal match. The Senegal people, the Senegal team must have done things that you might say, okay, fine, in football it is not accepted, but would you also look at the mental things that was done, the mental damage that was done to them? They scored the goal that Hakimi was trying to drag the guy that knocked the ball, and the guy drag himself back so that he will be able to knock the ball. Hakimi couldn't, lost hold of him, and he fell, and they cancelled the goal. Then the next minute, in the Senegal 18, a short person was standing and a taller person was standing, and the tall person was determined to jump and knock the ball, right? And this person was standing, not even making an attempt to jump. Diaz never made an attempt to jump, but immediately Diaz felt the hand of Diouf in his shoulder. Immediately he threw himself into it. He set himself, he set him up for it, and because he was not that too experienced, the wrap of his hand can be arguably that the ball was also a penalty, right? But it was so soft, and for a very intense game at that period, knowing that you just cancelled their goal, that penalty shouldn't be awarded. It shouldn't be awarded. The foul that you blew the other side was too soft to cancel their goal. Then you are also coming to give a very soft foul here, right? That is a penalty. Let's go back to World Cup qualifiers, Nigeria versus Aubameyang country, where Nigeria had one penalty. This Sage that almost committed, or Dele Bashiru that almost committed that foul, where he was pushing, they wanted to knock the ball, and the player fell down and they ran for penalty, and the penalty was not given, right? It was because it was soft. The attempt of you trying to get the ball, was he actually going to get the ball? Did he make attempt of actually getting the ball, and all of those things? So all these things are supposed to put in place, but then they pushed it and the narrative changed. But somehow God of football also played out with the whole drama that Senegal put on there. It also played out and they did not score the goal, and this is what we have. So guys, I want you to watch out. Let's see what CAF is going to come up with. Let us see if CAF is going to be fair with this whole judgment, and then whatever the decision will be, is it also going to reflect in the previous matches that other people also feel they were robbed by Morocco in the officiating in their matches, that is going back to Nigeria and going to Cameroon and all of that? Are they also going to view some things there and change it? If you are going to change anything, if you're going to strip Senegal title, then you're also going to tell us that Morocco, you're also going to deny Morocco the chance of not playing that final, because if some of the things that happened in their previous matches did not happen, they wouldn't have gotten to that final. I can tell you that for free. So guys, let's see what CAF will come out of. Keep watching Shilakson TV, and this is your boy Shilakson David, Investor T Jama.